Good afternoon. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Hope you're now in that zone where you're focused. Your drive is now coming back because all the weirdness of Christmas and New Year times, where we don't know what time or what day it is now gone. Okay, so this is your general tarot reading. No fixed sign. You're the fixed person, and it's just going to pick up on the energies. The first card may resonate the most because it's your position in the now, and the rest, guys, is what we call a prediction. So take what resonates with you, and again, keep an open mind. If you're thinking, well, that might happen, that might not, don't hold on to it, just acknowledge it and then see what happens from there. Okay, so let's begin. I'm not going to do the color cards, but I am going to see what oracle message is coming up for you guys after I've done the reading. Okay, these are beautiful. These are such a well-worn deck now. Firm favorites. Still use them in my personal one-to-ones. Okay, so let's see what is coming up for my questioners. You are the questioner. And what a card. Major Arcana, guys. It's the Strength card energy. 111, as I said that. So I'd already been on for 1 minute, 11 seconds. So there is signs all around you. There is universal synchronicities. There is so much going on that I don't feel you can see, but you might start to feel it, which is why you're the Strength card, okay? The Strength is finding your own strength. It is literally all about understanding where your power is and where not to give your power away. If you look here, she's trying to tame the lion there, and what happens when you try to tame the lion? So this is figurative, this lion, of what that is: job, home, relationships, whatever that you can't control right now, other people's situations. Step away. Okay, she is trying to make that lion see her, that she's all about the love, basically, because she's the Empress in this. She's ruled by Venus, which is all about, you know, you've got a lot of love to give, you've got a lot of caring to give, but sometimes people in situations, they're not going to be on the same page with you right now. But the fact that you're the Strength card coming up shows it's also your own inner lion to say, keep focused, keep aligned, and just keep that own inner strength, okay? If you put all your strength into something you can control and not give your power away, the results will change so much more for you. It's almost like, you know, that magic kind of, you blink and then it's like you're in a different place again. Like your imagination will take you to all these places, but so will your energy. Your energy can take you to so many amazing places as well. The only thing is it's not going to be overnight. That's the only thing. It's not going to be like instantaneous, but keep with the strength. There's a reason why this is a major link to Leo. So you could be a Leo watching this. You don't have to be, but there's a lot of wisdom. You're learning from a certain situation, I feel, that has kind of tested you. And also, you may have questioned your own, how much do you value yourself? Because you wouldn't have done this before. Why you keep giving it into a certain situation, like kind of like flogging a dead horse, so to speak. But you'll get your power back, which is exactly why you're the Strength card. So let's have a look. And if this is about a person, it can be the idea of a person that you know. That doesn't actually have to be the person in front of you today, sort of thing. So let's see what is coming in from an outside influence position. What is coming in from an outside influence position? Let's ask the divine. Let's ask. So I'm going to say what is coming in for my questioners. Outside influence. That was face down. I don't read them when they're face down. Oh, well, there's two cards which came out. One flipped over. So this is the Ten of Cups. So do you know what, guys? I feel once you start to really kind of invest in yourself, only put time and investment, energy into things you can control, you get emotional fulfillment anyway. Look at this. Ten of Cups, excellent. This is a happiness card. There's no kind of down and out here. There's all this kind of abundance. It can mean abundance on a material term as well, but this is more to do with the emotional side of things. And I feel that there can be some reconciliation, there can be some reaching out, there can be just a sense of peace. You know that sigh you feel when the day is done and you're relaxing? It's like that, but obviously on an energy level. But the Ten of Cups coming in for you, this is quite romantic as well, I feel. But there just seems to be a meeting of minds. Now, when I say meeting of minds, it can be in a romantic sense, but if there's been family or friends where you kind of had a bit of a set to with, or it just feels a bit fragmented for whatever reason, you haven't spoken to somebody for whatever reason, this would be kind of coming in for you quite nicely. But because you've kept in your own power and your own strength, it comes into you. Can you see? So whatever the situation, whether you're single, married, whatever, you're happy with everyone or you're not, this Ten of Cups will happen anyway for you regardless. So you will feel happy on an emotional level. So you'll get an extension of how you already feel, or you'll just start to feel a lot better. And the one which flipped over after that was the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is recognition. People are starting to see you or a person for actually your worth, you standing in your true conviction, you standing in your ground, not necessarily giving in to a person as well. But the Three of Pentacles is really, really quite excellent, because I just feel if you are sticking to your guns, basically, in your conviction, this can be an increase in money for you as well. So some of you may be offered a pay rise, and some of you may be offered a different role, which will lead to a higher salary for you. If you're self-employed, this is more clientele, this is more people showing interest, this is actually more purchases, that type of thing. So there's such a beautiful kind of lesson so far with regards to this, because the Strength card is where it all begins. Do you see how energy is so integral? How you start off has this snowball effect on how things are going to play out for you. The Three of Pentacles is just really, really nice. And I think if you haven't heard from somebody for a while, they could be thinking about you anyway. There's no kind of action here at the moment, but let's see where this is going. Let's face down. Oh, okay. No, face down. So let's see now what is coming up, because then you've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is so beautiful so far, guys. I love it. This came up, was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. So now what this is saying is, I mean, this is a singles card, so you might not necessarily be in a committed relationship at this moment. You could be questioning about somebody. But if you are questioning about somebody, the advice of the cards is to say, keep busy with yourself first, because it will be coming in anyway. But the Nine of Pentacles, again, is singles card, but there will be some news coming in for you, but it will be news because you stood in your own conviction. Okay, so it could be like, oh hi, what are you up to, or I was thinking about you today, or I'm sorry, actually I've been thinking, oh, I shouldn't have said that to you. All these types of things will be coming in, or somebody doesn't have to be on a lower frequency because someone's done you wrong. It could be, I had a great time, can we do it again, sort of thing. Okay, so this is like escalation. The Nine of Pentacles is showing that you don't need to chase anything, guys, and the Strength card is your first kind of lesson here to say that you're doing it anyway, putting your energy into what you can control, not putting into things that you can't, and letting it come to you organically. Okay, so I feel maybe 2021 was you either chasing or put too much emphasis and attachment to an outcome, that type of thing, and now it's switching up for you. Okay, it's like you're putting the blinkers in a different direction and only focusing on those types of things. The Nine of Pentacles is really, really quite beautiful, because I just feel that you're putting your roots down now, so you're really investing your time and energy, whether that be material things or homes, or a sense of like feeling serious about, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to flit away my money anymore, or I'm not going to flit away each day and think, okay, well, tomorrow's another day, sort of thing. The now is the present. The now is all that matters. And beautiful things looks like it's going to be coming from there. Okay, so underneath the Strength card, let's have a look. So now we are going into the future. The future, and see what is coming in. So underneath the Strength card, just tapping into the divine now. Too many there, and way too many there, and asking what is coming up. So just asking now, so the higher, the great something, what is coming up? Two cards. So you're definitely on this beautiful journey, guys, and at the bottom of the deck there, so I see it, I read it, you've got the Sun. Success. It's way to you. Okay, so two cards, a major arcana, and you've also got a court card, which is the Page of Wands. Okay, so the fact that these are both in your positions, you have a sense of renowned newness. Okay, so it's almost like you are rebirthing yourself, even though there's no signs here with cards indicating there's a rebirth of any sorts. Okay, I feel you already had it, and I think now what is coming up for you is you're now implementing that energy, or you will be implementing that energy. The Magician is basically saying you're going to start to think outside the box, and you're going to start to do things differently to how you've done them before, because the Page of Wands in your position also would suggest that. So these two cards together are really, really quite a powerful combination, but I feel you're kind of turning your back to the norm, whatever that is for you, and you're trying something, or will be trying something a different way. For example, if it's a business idea or just the way that you're speaking to yourself, you're going to do it a bit differently. You could even start to have different kind of ideas about your look. You might think, okay, well, I'm going to cut my hair different. I've always wanted this style. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to change my vibe to like these types of clothes that I like, and I'm going to throw away the old ones I don't like. And this is what's coming in for you. And also with another person, because you're changing quite fluidly here, you will approach things in a different scenario. So your energy is elevating, but it's not through an external situation that's making you do that. It's you doing it yourself. Okay, I think a lot of you are realizing your own self-worth, and I think a lot of you are realizing also that if you are single, actually sometimes that's better than nothing. You know, it's not, something isn't always better than nothing. You know, people are in relationships for the wrong reason sometimes, because they don't want to be alone, and what they're doing is they're not speaking to their shadow side. They're not speaking to the reasons why they don't want to be alone. But all the light is on this here. Okay, all the light is kind of highlighting all the dark bits, and you're coming through it really, but there's just so much triumph coming up here. So it's like you go from lesson to lesson to lesson to empowerment, which is why I feel you've already gone through kind of the dark night of the soul, so to speak. So let's see what else is coming in from an outside influence position and see what is coming in again. So this is amazing. So you are going to be entering into a brand new cycle of your life. 11 when I said that, guys, when you look at this, you put your little pause button on and you look at the timelines on this. It was 111 when I said this, and then when I said going through a new cycle, it was 1111. You're going to start to see 1111 so much more. You really, really are. And you're going to start to understand the vibration, the synchronicities. It's all magic. You may have believed it before, had an understanding, but that little tiny kind of niggle, that disbelief because you're not where you're supposed to be, or not in the feeling of how you want to feel, can block us a little bit. But this is where it's all starting to change. Trust me when I say this, guys. The World card is you leaving behind the old and entering to a brand new cycle, but feeling good about it. This is what the universe is delivering to you, because it's from an external source, external forces at play, all these types of things. And I tell you something, the other two cards, which was coming in from an external situation, does amplify the feel-good feeling. It's not like I'm saying, you know, well, after a bit of a crappy time here, guys, in the next few months, you're going to feel all right. It's strength after strength after strength, which is why I feel you are the strength card. There's such a deeper meaning. There's always a deeper meaning, guys. There's always like, it's not just a case of, oh, this card says, that card says. You feel into it, okay? So it's like, what is the real message here? And this is why tarot is, one, it's never straightforward, and secondly, this is why one card can mean one thing for somebody and a completely different meaning for somebody else. You feel into the energies. So the World card is entering into a brand new transition. Keep going. And what I do want to say, with the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck here and the Page of Wands in your position, this is where you're heading. There's no male or female in tarot, but I just feel you're going through a transformation of the soul, okay? The hard part could have been over, guys. I'm not going to say it isn't, because this isn't a one-to-one. But there's so much beauty in this. And I think the key fact here, to start off with, focus on yourself and only think about things you can control and implement things you can control. Easier said than done. But to get all this glory, this is where it starts off with. And there is so much rewards from building yourself up in that respect, okay? And whatever that is for you, people, situations, self-worth, self-esteem, goals, visions, anything, you fill in the gaps, because this is like different for everybody. So underneath the Nine of Pentacles, let's have a look and see what is coming up underneath the Nine of Pentacles. And I'm just going to get a clarifier for this as well. So why is this card here? And let's have a look. You've got a lot of wand energy coming up here. Oh, if there isn't, okay. What I do want to say at the bottom of the deck there, the Page of Cups, there could be some sort of surprise text message coming in for you. It doesn't have to be text on the phone. It could be WhatsApp. It could be Messenger. It could be a letter. Does anybody write letters these days? I might start doing that again. Anyway, so underneath the Nine of Pentacles, you've got the Nine of Wands. Two nines together. Two nines together is 18. 8 and 1 is 9. Strong 9 energy. And what this suggests, guys, is you ultimately, whatever you do, are going to be entering into a new cycle, because nines are they're wish cards, or they are, you know, you've gone through the hard bit, you've gone through, whether it be emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever that is, and it's getting into that new cycle. This is called the Wounded Warrior, and the reason why that is because you've been through your crap basically, but you're still standing. So the idea that you're holding on to, my advice to you would be, if there is, with all this good work that you're doing, if there is something that's niggling that you find difficult to let go of, try your best to kind of alleviate the tightness you have, whatever that wand is for you. If it's an idea or a personal situation, there's still this residual energy that doesn't belong to you, with regards to holding on to something. Now, this could be how you feel about yourself, and it could be old pattern ways for the last 20 years, that this could be kind of resurfacing for you to some degree. But what I want to say is there's so much wisdom here, because the foliage on the wands there's so much growth for new beginnings, and it's coming in for you anyway. So this is not a doom and gloom card. When I asked for a clarifier, you got the sun coming up anyway. So this is all good. So this isn't anything to worry about, guys. Don't think, oh my gosh, am I going to stay stuck? No, you're not. Because there is beauty coming in for you. There's just so much more kind of, you're you still, but you're different. And it's like nobody will be able to place what is different about you, unless of course you do change your style, your hair, whatever that is, which I'm kind of predicting here to a certain degree. But it's almost like you are just different because you've shifted your energy, and all these good things are going to be coming in for you. You might even get to a point where you think, why didn't I do this earlier? And we always do it when we actually feel good about ourselves, and when we take our power back, we think, oh God, I've wasted so much time. But there's no such thing as that, guys. It's lessons, it's experience, it's what we had to go through at that point, you know, and it was right. You were making the right decisions at that time for you. So this is amazing. I'm just going to see an overall clarifier and see what is coming in for you as an overall. So let's have a look. Overall clarifier for my questioners. What is coming in? That was face down. What is coming in? Ace of Wands. An ace, guys. A new phase. No matter how you want to look at this, you're entering to a new phase as well. With the Page of Wands coming into your future position here, you are just lighting your own fire with your imagination, okay? With the Ace of Wands coming up here, one, it's great to have a good imagination, but don't let it run away with you, because you will make up stories in your head that are not true. And this is where your strength takes place here, because you will only focus on the things you can control. You do not have control of the things you have no evidence of, okay? So with the Ace of Wands coming up here, look at yourself as work in progress of the things that you want to start to happen, okay? Start to tell yourself you are great beings. Look at yourself and think, I love myself today. And that might seem very unnatural to you, but once you start to do that, the universe will shift, and this ace will start to come in to play so beautifully for you. The right people, the right times. But there's just something, guys, in your future position here. This is just showing a different way of working, a different way of living, a different way of being, and it serves you so much well, so much greater, because the world following that directly after that, entering into a new cycle, new relationships, new friends, whatever that is, but it's coming in for you, okay? So with that being said, let's have a look. I'm going to ask for an oracle card. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh. We didn't even have to shuffle them very much. But you've got perfect timing, okay? So don't think too much about the hows, whens, or whys. Just know that what you've gone through, you were supposed to go through. What is coming in, you're supposed to be experiencing anyway. There is a thing called divine timing. The universe knows, but what we do is we have that little distrusting element. Again, it could be, when is it all going to happen with this energy coming up here? So let it go. Just like embrace it and just think, I'm excited. Everything is a feeling, because then you've got the law of attraction coming up here, okay? So once you start to trust, let go. Remember that one he's holding on too tight on there, whatever that is for you. When you start to loosen it and just trust, the law of attraction energy comes in, because it's going to start to resonate with your frequency and your feeling and your enthusiasm, and the sun comes in straight after that. Start small though, guys. Literally, I cannot reiterate enough to you. Only today, at least anyway, think and feel about things you can control, not what a person is thinking or feeling, or a situation, or how something's going to come out. Do what you can do today. Read a book, meditate, go for a walk. I swam in the sea this morning, and it was like, oh, freezing cold, but it felt so good. And you are taken back into the present moment. And that is the only time we have, you know. So that is your Sunday reading. It's beautiful. I will love it. It's going to hopefully continue on Tuesday when I do another one for you. To book in for a private one-to-one, either half an hour or 1 hour. I could do oracles or tarot, and tarot for an hour has oracles with it anyway. Okay, so guys, you take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. I am teaching a class on the 22nd of January in Bournemouth. In person this is, so this is an amazing, exciting class that won't be via Zoom, and it's on the events section on my page, so check that out if you're interested. Anyway, you take care, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.